Well, good morning, everybody. Got this clever little chest camera, so I'm just going to use that rather than my phone. Give you a sort of 360 panorama of this lovely location. We're close to the village of Stoke, and there's the church over there that you can see. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to give you a quick demo of a ride to pick up a couple of groceries before I leave this place. Here we go. So unlock the bike, put the key into the bike, and let's get ourselves ready. Off we go. And there's a guy coming along. Morning. Oh. They are a little bit, yeah. If you want a nice one, they're like, I think this was 50k, this one. Yeah. And it was, hello, this was, I think this wasn't even 6 years old when I got it. Yeah. But it's just like a retirement thing for me, you know what I mean? I thought it's kind of now or never really, give it a go, you know. So far so good, but yeah, they're terribly expensive. You can kind of do it a bit cheaper if you're okay with one of those little river cruiser ones, you know, the GRP ones.
What, they're like half the size of that?
Yeah, you know, the white fiberglass ones is what I mean. See the little river cruiser ones? Do you know the one I mean?
Yeah, I know.
You can get ones of those that are about 30 foot long for about half the price of one of these. So about 20 grand will get you one of them. And you could kind of live on that. Yeah. It wouldn't be quite as comfortable, but it's not a bad...
There's only me in here.
Yeah, it's not a bad interior space, you know, and especially if you're on your own, to be fair. I mean, I'm on my own on this one. Yeah. And... you know, it's a livable but there's still, do you know what, I've got to be honest with you, there's still times where you run out of space, you know, because what you find is when you buy one of these things, you start needing to do all sorts. So I'm grinding the paint. Yeah. So now I need a cordless grinder, and you need tons of tools. Yeah. So it all starts to mount up, yeah. And you find you run out of space, even on a big boat like this. So I think possibly on a smaller boat, that's where you might come unstuck as storage. Yeah. See, you do run out.
I'd love to get one. My daughters live up in Inverness, so I'd love to get one and go there.
Well, do you know something? It's funny you say that. I was thinking about that myself, because I think it's a beautiful part of the world. Obviously it's fantastic, but I don't think the rules are quite as generous as they are on these canals. Yeah. Like, I don't think you're allowed to just live aboard, yeah, and cruise around wherever you want. I think there are rules on where you stay, yeah, how long you stay. Yeah. The license might be expensive, the facilities aren't as numerous. Yeah. So I think there's issues. I'd look into that, yeah, a lot before you make that move. Yeah. You'll probably find someone on YouTube who does it, because I don't think it would be as easy. Because to be honest with you, I'd love to do it. Do you know something, actually, saying that, I think it's a great idea, but I'm not sure this would be the right style of boat, because I think that loch, when it gets windy, the wave heights get up to a foot or so, and
Loch Ness itself is like a sea loch.
Yeah, I feel as if maybe the waves, the conditions might be a bit rough for something like this. Yeah. Not ideal. That's where those river cruises I was telling you, they'd be better because they can bob around a little bit more. Yeah. And they can tolerate slightly rougher conditions. So they'd be ideal. So you could do all the fit out and... Yeah. Yeah. But, and everyone's like, oh, you're off your head, you know, what are you thinking of? But to be honest, I thought, well, it's now or never. If you're ever going to give it a try, you know.
I've just done like 3 days a week.
Yeah.
Pots the boat up in Inverness, you know what I mean?
I'll be honest with you, I don't know, you've got to be careful about how you shower. Yeah. Like, you can't let the water run all the time. You run it, you get lathered up, and then and then you sort of stop it. It's called a navy shower, and then you run it again to rinse off. You know, you've got. This is coming up to 2 years for me. Yeah. 2 years for me. I spent a year semi-retired, yeah, working 3 days a week. So it was IT, so I could work from the boat. Yeah. Not being in a single house, just moving around. Yeah. It's not for everyone, I'll be honest with you. Psychologically, I think there's a lot of people, and I understand it, there's a lot of people who need to feel they've got a root in a particular place. The lack of sort of a stable route, a stable home.
Like to me, I say I've always done shop fitting or pub renovation, and I've been